Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be having a look at the new Make All update that just came out today, courtesy of Mod Ash. Thank you very much to him. A nice quality of life change for how you interact with buyable skills pretty much, or anything you need to craft or smith in the game, or some other things. So anything pretty much that includes a Make X function has now been converted also to have a Make All function. Apparently it took a long time, had to rewrite 150% of the code base or something like that to include these Make All functions. So we have some leather open here. So essentially before you'd have a little window come up and you'd have to click on Make X and type in a number, which is a little inconvenient. Now if you want to make everything, you just have to select all, or if you want to make one, you can just select one. If you want to make a certain amount, you type in a number here. Now it won't actually make it until you've clicked on what item you want to make. So let's make all, because that's pretty much the whole point of the update, and let's make green dragon hide, and there you go. Just click on it and you're good to go. It'll make as many as it can. So the Make X function seems to assume that it's only going to require one material per output, even if that's not the case. So say you put in 5 here and you're making hard leather bodies, you'll still make 5 of these guys. But say you're making the green D-hide body, which takes 3, it'll say 5, but it'll only produce 1. So one thing I'm kind of curious about is if all of the items here have been curated properly. And I did read one thing on the Reddit that the Zerishan robes didn't have a Make X function, which seems to be the case. You can only make all for this item. So say you want to make the Zerishan hat, there's no option to make less than all of them. Now interestingly enough, I went ahead and withdrew more Zerishan fabrics. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that gives me a 1 option. Which is kind of interesting, but say we drop a couple here. Now there's only a Make All if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but maybe someone can have a look at that. So on top of that interface, you will also get a Make All option when it comes to interfaces like smithing. So if we have a look here, there's actually now a Smith All option just shoved in right below the Smith X, which I think is fine. And really just makes it so much easier. I don't know why Make X was ever really a feature. I guess it is required for certain things, but honestly most of the time you just want to make everything that you can. So let's get a little bit of smithing experience here. So we'll make all, and we didn't have to type anything in, and really honestly just nice. There's no reason to have to waste time typing in a number each time. It's just redundant and pointless. Now an unintended change of the Make All update is actually that one ticking karambwans has been made pretty easy. Even I can do that. And that's saying something because I'm not good at tick manipulation in the slightest. This used to be really challenging and really only viable if you're using mouse keys, which is actually against the game rules now. Now with the Make All update, you can do this pretty easily with just a regular third-party client pretty much. All you need really is to be able to zoom in pretty far. So what you basically have to do is set your client to resizable mode. If you're in fixed mode, this isn't really going to work. With some of the third-party clients like OSBuddy, you are able to zoom in pretty far, and if you just kind of finick this a bit, you can get a pretty good angle on where the fire is. And at that point, you just have to hold the 2 button and just click over and over again. You're getting the hang of this, of course, so you can actually cook every single tick a karambwan. And if you have max cooking or 93 plus, I think you never burn them with the gauntlets, and you can get upwards of 1 mil an hour. I was getting about 700 to 800k cooking experience an hour. Now because this tick manipulation method has kind of surfaced on Reddit and some people are trying it, the price of karambwans has actually skyrocketed from about 550 to upwards of 1k for a little bit today, and now it seems to be coasting at 800. Now just because I think it'd be fun to see if you can make some money, even on a small QL update, I'm going to give it a shot. So what I've decided on is a shop in the Taiwano village, if that's how you say it, sells some raw karambwans in a stock of 10. So we're going to go buy those out and see how long this actually takes us to do a full run. Now what I need is a way to get to a fairy ring, a teleport back to Castle Wars or a bank, and some cash. So what I'm going to do is start off by teleporting to Relica, which is number 3, just because it is very close to a fairy ring. We're going to run out the door here, and then we're going to go to the code CKR, which is going to teleport us a little bit south of the village. From here we have to run north. Now it'd be pretty much just as quick if you set your house to Brimhaven, but this was just easier, and that way I don't have to reset my house every time. Now the cost of the karambwans is fairly cheap. It's only 100 coins per karambwan, and you can sell them for about 800. So that's a 700 GP profit per karambwan, and we can hold 26 in our inventory. So we're making like 15k or something, roughly around that per run. So we'll see how long this actually takes us to do. From my initial test, it takes about a minute and a half to do this run in total, maybe a little bit longer. But it's just here, this guy Terry Dish, and we're buying the raw karambwans, and there's hardly anyone ever here anyway, so it's not really an issue. And hop worlds. Now because of how long it takes to get here, the items are not very often out of stock, although this time there actually was a stock missing, which is a little interesting. From here we're just going to teleport back to Castle Wars. So it takes about a minute and a half to 2 minutes per run, and if we have a look at our inventory here, we have 46k and some karambwans. Now these are actually worth about 800 each right now, so 800 times 26 we got of them, so 20.8k. We'll add 46,632 into the mix and take off 50k, and that leaves us with about 17k in profit. Now let's be optimistic here and say you can do it in about 90 seconds per run, and 60 seconds per minute times 60 minutes in an hour is going to be about 700k an hour, actually just buying these karambwans, probably 600 to 700k. That is assuming you have either the fairy ring or your house in Brimhaven. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just going to be a little bit of a short one for today. I'll have another Road to 1 Bill episode out pretty soon, and yeah, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next episode.